Hi, I'm Random Trashy, welcome to the channel. So the commonality between all airsofters is the fact that we use BBs, and some of us will have special preferences to particular brands to stay away from, brands to go to. For me, my go-to brand has always been ASG blasters, the 2.5 BBs. I've been using them forever. They're the ones I always try and go and get. They give me really good consistency and I've had no real problems with them. I've heard a variety of different stories about Nuprol and about other brands that are out there on the market. And it really depends on the experience that you have at that particular time with that brand. I've heard all different brands slated and praised. So for me, I was going to do a test. A massive thank you to the guys over at the Draft Club. They sent me out their branded BBs. I've got a variety of different weights here for me to try out. They come in these nice clear bottles, 3,000 rounds in each bottle. Just looking through the sides of these, very, very consistent. No marks, no dips or divots in them. I need to cut a few of them open just to see if they're okay internally, but I have been told that there should be no air pockets in any of these BBs at all, which would be really good. And it is normally the air pockets inside that give you the odd flyer or can definitely have a dip in the consistency of accuracy. So really looking forward to trying these out. I have got a variety of other BBs in here as well to test against. So I will be testing these against some Monkey Balls. I've got some Jeffs. I've got some these from the Draft Club. I've got some ASGs. I've got some 101 ink. I will label them all as I'm shooting them, and I will be shooting them with my TM416D. What I'm going to go for today is groupings because of the different weights of the BBs that I'm going to use. They're going to be at different positions on the target. So I will just be doing this on groupings, not based on the scoring system that's on the target itself. So what I'll do is I'm going to cut to the shooting footage and then we'll go through a conclusion and sum up at the end. So guys, got the target at about 22 feet. I'm going to be shooting down first off with the ASG 2.5s. Next up, we've got the Draft Club 2.5s. Next up, we've got the 101 ink 2.5s. Next up, we've got the Draft Club 2.8s. Next up, we've got the Draft Club 3.0s. Next up, Nuprol 2.5s. This is using the Draft Club 2.5s. This is a 50-shot test. This is the ASG 2.5 50-shot test. So guys, just going to quickly go through the results. As I'm talking through them, I will put a picture up of all of the results. We've got the ASG 2.5s here. This was the starting BB. This really gave us a good test. We've got a nice tight group in here, all within the 9s. The TM is extremely accurate. We've got three of the shots probably within the 9 and 10, and then we've got 3 shots outside. One on this border of the 7, and then one in here on the 8. So moving on to the next results, this is the 101 Inc 2.5s. All of the shots, well, there's a slight one here on the 8 and 9 border. Other than that, all in the centre apart from one flyer. And I think that's probably the only real wide flyer that we had of the entire day. Moving on from there, we've got the Draft Club 2.5s. Really impressed with these, fantastic on the outside, really good quality BBs. All of the shots are within the boundary of the 8, so we've got a few on the edges here between 8 and 9. Other than that, they have absolutely peppered the middle of this target. Moving on from there, nice tight result from the Nuprol BBs. That really did feel the wind drop on these BBs. It's why we've got such a tight little group here. At 24, I think it's 22, 23 feet in total from where I was standing. We've got a group here of about 2 centimetres, maybe 2.5 centimetres. So really impressed by that. Moving on from here to the next target, we've got the Draft Club 3.0s. Really impressed with these. Again, another really tight grouping. A few on the borders of the 8, but other than that, a really, really nice tight group. Moving on, we've got the Draft Club 2.8. Had a few drop down for some reason. I don't know whether that was my aim that was slightly off for these shots, but these are a little bit wide. Other than that, again, another tight, nice grouping in on the 9s and 10s. Moving on, we've got the results of the ASG 50. And these was 50 shots. I just wanted to see how many flyers that we would get. We have got a few quite wide results here. One right on the out of the border of 1. We've got some 2s, 3s, 4s and 5s here. We've got 6. And then other than that, we pretty much tore the centre of the target out. So not a bad result, although we did have some flyers out of that 50. Where I am really impressed is with the results from this. This is the 50 test from the 2.5s from the Draft Club. Absolutely destroyed the centre of this target, and I can confirm that a lot of the rips that are further down outside here are from the BBs hitting the back of the target and bouncing back through. We have got a few results around the 7 and the 6 mark, but nothing around the outside. No flyers, no inconsistencies. A very, very nice set of results from the guys over at the Draft Club. So guys, I guess this leaves me to my wrap up. I did chop a few of these in half. So guys, as you can see from this picture here, starting at the top with the ASG 2.5s, nice and clear on the inside, no bubbles or anything like that. It was quite a coarse texture inside. Compared to the Draft Club 2.5s, they broke so much easier. The Draft Club 2.5 BBs and the 2.0s are very, very dense, very smooth on the inside. As you can see from the pictures, much smoother than the ASGs or the 101 Inks. 101 Inks, as you can see, some slight dips on the inside, not quite an air bubble, but potentially some cavity there. And then moving down to the Nuprol 2.5s, you can see quite a large cavity in the bottom. What I would definitely say about the external quality of all of the BBs was exceptional. Very few marks or divots or lips or any type of seam or anything around the outside. All of the BBs around the outside were very, very smooth. The 101 Ink BBs having a slight residue on the outside. They felt almost a little bit oily, but external quality, for me, the best was between the ASGs and the Draft Clubs. When we're talking internal, I would definitely say that it was the Draft Club internally, followed by the ASG, then the 101 Inks, and then lastly the Nuprol BBs. BB quality, BB companies, manufacturers, all that lot, it's all going to be personal preferences. We've all had our own experiences, but what I can say is I'm really impressed with the BBs from the Draft Club. They did exactly what they said that they would do and give a nice consistent amount of accuracy and also a real lack of flyers, and obviously that can come from inconsistencies on the outside as well as the inside. So you can see that in the results. Now I must be completely honest, all BBs today performed exceptionally well. Whether you saw it on the footage or not, there was a lot of wind kicking across the top of the garden. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was, maybe 12, 13 miles an hour. I am nice and protected by 2 fences either side of the garden, but there definitely was some wind cutting across at times. I also felt my red dot coming off target a few times, especially when I was doing a lot of shots close together. You do begin to lose that accuracy, so a few of those little external shots maybe from my personal shooting, but what I can definitely say is there was a real lack of flyers today, only really one of them coming from the 101 Ink BBs. Nuprol, ASG, both very, very good and give very clean, nice results, but the quality from the Draft Club BBs is exceptionally high. Check them out yourself. Go over to the Draft Club. They are over on Facebook and you can pick them up in a variety of stores. You can also pick them up from their website, but head over to their Facebook page and check them out. The results are always going to differ depending on gun to gun, shooter to shooter, situation to situation, but what I can say is I am really impressed with these. So hopefully you've enjoyed my shooting review of a few brands of BBs. Thank you very much to the guys over at Draft Club for sending me over the BBs. I really appreciate it. And to be completely honest, they did exactly as you promised. So I cannot knock them at all. We'll be looking forward to using those in a couple of games coming up in the future. Anything you want me to check out, any products, if you are a product manufacturer, producer, anything like that, and you want me to give your product a little bit of a test, always feel free to hit me up on Facebook or over on YouTube. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. I will see you all soon.